Hi everybody. The question that we are here to ask today is, family caregivers are asking, can a nursing home kick you out? Being kicked out of a nursing home can be a surprise for older adults and their caregivers who don't understand how Medicare or a Medicare supplement or Medicaid pays for care in a nursing home. When I was a care manager, I received so many calls on Friday afternoons about 1 p.m. from adult children who were freaked out saying, oh my gosh, the nursing home, they're kicking out my parents, they're sending them home. We have no plan. My parents can't take care of themselves. And I would say, you probably had 3-day notice. They probably told your parents 3 days ago. Your mom and dad probably signed a piece of paper and no one told you. So now you need to make a plan and you need to make it quickly. So stay with me while I share information about nursing home care for the elderly and why family caregivers and the person admitted to the nursing home want to understand how all of this care works from day one. How does Medicare work? Medicare supplements, Medicaid. How does this pay for care? And how long does it pay for care? And just to be clear, to avoid any kind of confusion, this discussion is limited to an initial hospital stay and a nursing home stay, so up to 20 days. It's not talking about extended stay or long-term care. That is an entirely different video. If this is your first time here, I'm Pamela D Wilson. I'm a caregiving expert, advocate, and speaker. I help older adults and their caregivers work through all of the health, financial, legal, family relationships, discussions, the A to Z of caregiving. Learn more about me and my professional experience below. You can find my bio, online programs, links to schedule a one-to-one consultation, my podcast, my blog. Please do like this video, follow my channel, share these and other videos, and comment, even if it's only to say thanks. One little thank you from you helps these videos find people all over the world who are looking for the similar hope, help, and support. So let me start by answering the question of, can a nursing home kick you out? The answer is yes, but it's called a discharge. It's not really called kicking you out. But let's talk about how people get into nursing homes so that we can follow the chain of like hospitalization, nursing home, and then discharge. So a nursing home stay or a rehabilitation stay often happens after an older adult is in a hospital. Maybe mom or dad fell and broke a hip and they needed hip surgery, had some other health condition, or maybe they're actually going to the hospital for surgery. So mom and dad, number one, are in the hospital. The hospital only treats what they call acute conditions that require immediate or emergency care. Beyond that, people don't stay in the hospital. So normally people are only in the hospital maybe for a couple of days. If there's surgery, maybe a week, but usually not longer than that. So at the time that this hospitalization happens, people in the hospital contact the insurance company and they say, okay, what treatments are approved, how long can they be here, and then they start looking at, does this person need to go to a nursing home? So in the hospital, a physical therapist or occupational therapist or somebody will come and evaluate your parents to see if, can they get out of bed by themselves? Can they bathe by themselves? Can they shower? Are they able to do what are called activities of daily living? Activities of daily living are things like bathing, dressing, eating, feeding yourself, managing incontinence, getting in and out of bed, standing up, sitting, walking up steps, things like that. So if there's any physical weakness due to this injury that happened or a surgery or something else, then the insurance will approve a short-term stay, maybe 20 days, maybe less, in a rehabilitation or a nursing home. And so immediately once your parents' acute condition is solved in the hospital, the next step, if they don't go home, is to go to the nursing home. And the goal there is to help your parents return to their prior level of physical ability. So what were they doing before the nursing home, the hospital stay, and then the nursing home stay? Were they, walking a mile a day or going up steps or dressing themselves or bathing independently? So when you look at this, think about the physical condition of your parents before this hospital stay. Were they doing great and, maybe exercising and going out and doing all kinds of stuff? And now they've had this hospital stay and they can't do any of that. If so, that's the basis for the nursing home stay. If your parents weren't really in great shape before the hospital stay, then the hospital stay is probably going to make them worse because people are laying in a bed for 3 days, right? Maybe they have a lot of, pain if there was surgery, especially a broken hip or something else. So the more quickly that someone returns to their prior condition depends a lot on what the prior condition was, right? Healthy, it's easier to return to being really healthy. Not so healthy, probably a little more of a struggle. So the idea when mom or dad go to a nursing home or rehab is to have them commit to saying, you know what, I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can because I want to be able to go home and do the things I used to do. Now that can be complicated or challenging if a parent has dementia or memory loss because they may not remember what their life was like. They may just have been, cared for by people, right? So they didn't really have to think about this much and they don't have the mental capacity to remember things. So for people who don't have Alzheimer's or dementia, going to a nursing home really takes a mental commitment up here, a mental commitment to say, yes, I'm going to do the exercises that they give me and I'm going to do more because I want to get better, because I want to go back home. Rehab or a nursing home is not just a place to lay in bed and hang out. It's not like that. So if you are the adult child, that is the first discussion to have with your parents. Mom or dad, you're going here to work to get better so that you can go back home and take care of yourself, right? Not me taking more care of you, but you taking care of yourself. And so here's the glitch. If your parents aren't committed, or maybe if they have a little dementia or Alzheimer's, yes, a nursing home can discharge or kick out a parent if they're not participating, if they're not making physical, measurable progress. And so progress could be something like walking 200 feet down the hall, walking up and down a short flight of steps, being able to dress and bathe independently. So these are the discussions to have with your parents and with the nursing home staff when they move in. Why are we here? How can you help my parent? How should my parent participate? So the idea is not to have your parent in that nursing home a long time because there are sick people there. The goal is to have your parent go to the nursing home, do the work, leave as soon as they physically can, and go back home and live their life. So let's say your parent needs a lot of work, right? As long as they're improving at 7 days and 14 days, then they'll get to stay until 20 days. If they're not, they're out of there. There's no reason for them to be there because they're not going to work at getting better. Or maybe they can't get better. Maybe their health is so poor that being in rehab in a nursing home isn't going to do more for them. And what if they can't return home? Then you're looking at a long-term care stay. Again, that's another video here on my channel. So let's talk about money. Depending on whether your parent has original Medicare, that red, white, and blue card, or a supplement, Kaiser, United Healthcare, Humana, Aetna, something else, your parent will get the original part paid for, and there may be extra fees, or maybe the Advantage plan takes care of everything. Or if your parents are dual eligible, Medicare and Medicaid, then between the two of those, that might pick up every expense. So if you're the caregiver in this situation, and you're watching your parents go to the hospital, and you're watching them go to the nursing home, you're probably highly stressed and you're freaking out because you're like, oh my God, what if they can't take care of themselves? I have a job, I have kids, I live 2,000 miles away, how are we going to manage all this? Well, that's where you get a caregiving expert or a care manager or someone like myself involved to have these discussions, to say, What are the options? What is plan A? What is plan B? What is plan C? You know, this just came up. We never talked about this with our parents before. So use the time in the hospital and use that time right away in the nursing home to come up with a plan, because your parent may be released in 7 days or 14 days or 20 days, and you got to have a plan when they come out if they need help. So if you want to avoid surprises about parents being kicked out of or discharged from a nursing home, it's important for you to learn about how all of this works, how bills get paid, what going to a nursing home is like, how long a parent can stay in a nursing home, what happens after they go home. If you're interested in more information on this topic, again, you can scroll down below. Look for links to my website, my podcast, my online caregiver programs, How to Take Care of Aging Parents. You can also schedule a one-to-one consultation with me. And please do like this video, comment, share this video. Comment, even if it's only to say thank you. One little thank you helps this video find more and more people throughout the world, and it helps my channel grow. I thank you so much for being here. I will see you all again soon in another video.